You're listening to the RMTV Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 29 of the RMTV Podcast. Geordie, how you going, mate?
Not too fair, mate. Yourself?
Good, mate. Good. Great weekend of rugby league.
For some.
Season over for the Chooks.
Yeah, the Chooks and the Wars, the two favourite teams. Disappointing.
Yeah, I know. It was a lot of belief. I think you could see the Chooks, the Roosters, they were going off belief, burning the boats. I don't know where they got that from.
Robbo did. Robbo, a couple of weeks before the end of the season, was like, we're just burning the boats, we're all in, we'll give what we got sort of thing. And that's where it came from, which I didn't mind it. Everybody has that little slogan.
Yeah, you got to run with the slogan, a bit of belief. But wasn't meant to be. And, it was a bit ballsy wearing our Chooks jerseys out in Cronulla afterwards, but...
Mate, I had to take my Roosters flag off my balcony because I was fed up with fucking hearing it from everyone.
But we'll get into the weekend that was. Talk about people calling it the best game they've ever seen.
Honestly,
we'll
Raiders fans, I feel sorry for them, man. They hit that ultimate high twice, and then they hit that low.
And bit of week dribble that was.
Ooh.
And we'll look forward to 2 games coming up and... Well, 4 games.
4 games. Got the NRLW Finals starting, so that'll be good.
Let's get into it, eh? So, Doggies went down to Melbourne. Didn't get the win, mate. They lost 18 to Melbourne 26. But Dogs win it. The luck didn't go their way. Crichton went down.
Kick
out with his HIA.
Yeah.
Luckily, he passed. Probably a bit of...
I don't know how he passed. I'll be a bit honest. I'm very surprised he passed. He didn't look too good. So, look, I think the Dogs reaped what they sowed in that game in terms of they put in a huge effort. Credit to them. They put in a massive effort. But I'll tell you what, it was the first lot of controversies for the weekend.
Yes.
A couple of hip drop, non-hip drops. Harry Grant get penalised for a third man in, wrap up of the legs. Now, as Roosters fans, we've seen a few third man ins this year that have been pretty fucking dangerous. Like Nafahu White got knocked out, Butcher's season's over. CY1 got cannonballed, missed a few weeks. Mate, I kind of feel for Harry Grant getting penalised there. But then a bit later, Matt Burton, right, leaves his feet, lands hip first on the ankle of Cameron Munster. Oh, not on Cameron Munster, sorry, on Jack Horwath on the 5th tackle and doesn't get penalised.
Yeah.
I was a bit sus on that, man.
Even Belzer, mate, Bellyache, he was a bit sus on a few calls. They got the win, but he was still talking about Munster when he went down.
Yeah.
Melbourne, they got the win, but they weren't overly impressive.
No, they weren't overly impressive. And to be honest, though, I think Sexton is the big reason why Melbourne didn't run away with that game. I think Sexton kept the Dogs in the game a lot.
Yeah,
which is going to lead into something else we'll talk about later.
We will, but, mate, sexy Sexton, mate, gets on first touch, first try, and you think, here come the Doggies.
Yeah.
He just brings what they need. I think he works so well.
He's simple. Simples. What's the Meerkat ad? Simples.
Yeah, Meerkat. Yeah.
He does what he needs to do. He does it simply. He doesn't overcomplicate it. He just gets his job done, and that's what they need at the moment.
And now Storm, they get a nice little home prelim.
Get a good week off, which they're going to need. There's talks Hughes might be back for the prelim, so I mean they've been carrying Tyrone Wishart as a 14. So if Hughes does get injured again, at least you got Wishart there to cover.
I still think out of Canberra or even Cronulla could upset Melbourne.
Look, I think
it'd be a good game, regardless of who they.
Cronulla's grand final is this weekend against the Raiders, and I say that because I don't think Cronulla have enough to beat Penrith, Storm. I know they beat them earlier at Shark Park this year, but I just don't think they've got enough in them to do it again. But I think with the Raiders coming off the back of such a big game, that's Cronulla's got a shot. The Dogs are injured now, so Penrith now have a shot to get through to that prelim against the Broncos at Suncorp.
Yeah, and Penrith, mate, they looked like they were just cruising in third gear, second gear. They didn't need to really work for it. The win came their way. 24 was 8.
Look, I think their scoreline doesn't reflect the game, to be honest.
You reckon?
Well, it was 12-8 where I think it might have been Cleary put up that kick and it just, DWZ thought it was going further. It didn't. It bounced back. we won't talk about the forward pass that happened right in front of Grant Atkins. And I mean, like, we're not talking forward as in, that could have been a line ball. We're talking forward about his hands went that away and the ball went that away.
Yeah.
But beyond that, the Wires had a lot of momentum. So I think I'm gonna be serious here. Take that play out of the game, and let's say that pass gets called forward. I don't know if that's the result we're looking at. You know, it was 12-8, and then obviously at the end, To'o just ran away with that last one.
He did. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I just thought when the Wires took the 2, I'm thinking, playing conservative here, and I think Penrith's defense, they're just going to choke him out until
their defense was amazing. You got to give it credit.
So, no, it'll be... Yeah, we've seen this before with Penrith. We just need to pray, mate. The Lord didn't hear my prayers for the Warriors or the Chooks, so...
Yeah, they've got to hear the entire world's prayers for the Panthers.
Every team I backed, I got 1 from 4 this round. My tipping was shocking. And then my mate Azza had his AFL game on Sunday, and he lost that as well, so...
Did you back the Wires to beat Penrith, did you?
No, I got 1... No.
Oh, did you back the Dogs?
I got 1 from 4, yeah. I tipped Penrith, yeah.
Ah.
I backed the Dogs.
That was a bit stupid of you.
Mate,
thanks for letting me pull away from you and tipping again.
No, I'm done. I'm shocked, mate. But, yeah, Shark Park, mate. Marky Mark Park. He scored,
construction site stadium, yep.
He scored the first try, and, look, we lost 20-10.
Yeah.
Deja vu from a few weeks back or months back.
I reckon it was a bit better than that few weeks ago when we played there and got done like 30-18. Now, the reason I say that is we didn't go away. Like, a lot of people are calling out our errors. To be fair, we completed at 90%. Yeah. We actually completed well. Look, credit goes to Cronulla. They defended well. I'm going to sound like a whinger with what I'm saying, but I'm not meaning this in a whingy way. I'm actually saying this is going to be in a respect to the referees. There was a lot of questions about the referees this weekend, out of games, after games, and we'll talk obviously about Klein and the Raiders Broncos next. But I thought Todd Smith done a really good job. He put the whistle away early, and then once players started testing him, he started blowing. One thing I will say, I do not think Cronulla were perfect enough to have not been offside for 80 minutes for at least a 6 again. And 2, and this is the only call that I genuinely am annoyed at from the game. Everything else I'm happy with in terms of refereeing. I believe it was Iro or Ramin, whoever was the right side centre. They were blatantly offside when Walker picked the ball up at dummy half. Like, I'm talking they were next to Brayley. So if you're next to Brayley, neither one of you two is not square. They then swiped at the ball, knocked it back into Walker's leg. That's a knock-on. They then went down and scored on that set. That was that second try right before halftime.
Yeah, that
killed
us, didn't it?
Yeah, take that out. I think it's a different game. But we just didn't... The first half we were there, we were up for it. The second half we just...
Looked a bit...
We had opportunities, but Cronulla were either too strong or we just didn't nail it. And, you know, respect to Cronulla. They came out, they played hard, they played well. And, you know, they got a win that they deserved, and they kind of needed that more than us, really, because could you imagine if they lost another final series game?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, they've lost a few. They've had that pretenders tag.
They're 2-5 now in the last, 5 years?
No, credit to them. They played well, and just the little things for us. It just didn't, you know, kick to tubes. It was Hugo, it was too deep, you know, like.
Hugo's kicking game was a bit off. Like, there was a few times he went for that deep kick and
like
just... He might have missed it, it just didn't go as far as it should have, or it normally would. Just seemed a bit off. And look, that happens. It's football. You have your off days.
And maybe he was a bit nervous. First finals.
Yeah, first finals. But you know what? Put your money on it. Chooks 2026 premiers, mate. I'm telling you now.
Yeah,
it's coming. Look at the building. It's there. The growth is there.
Oh, it's there. Robson coming, possibly DCE. Maybe that's what's needed, mate, in finals. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I do think DCE in finals is probably a different. He probably settles Walker more, and you take out that nerves that Hugo probably had. But you know, in saying that, I don't think the player's done that bad a job. I just don't think we hit our marks perfectly, and I just think we got outplayed, and that happens. Man, respect to Cronulla.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, mate. I got to take me licks a bit because I was pretty cocky. I was pretty confident.
Yeah, so was I. Don't
worry. Deep down, I had this little
that nervous butterfly.
Yeah, that nervous ambush. And Don't you worry about this, mate. We're over that bridge. I had the Chooks flag out the window. The cock takeover was on, mate.
Hey, the Chook I reckon...
There were a lot of fans there.
If it wasn't 50-50, it was about 60-40 in fans. I'm talking 60 Cronulla, 40 Roosters.
Yeah.
There was a damn good mix of fans there, which was actually good to see. But, again, you're going to tell me that it's okay to sell out a stadium that the official attendance was 12,842. Portaloo Park has got to go for finals, and I'm hoping the review that Abdo does is great because you literally they got double the crowd everywhere else apart from the Sydney semi.
Yeah,
which is really annoying.
I think Abdo hinted at it. I think that's their last finals game there.
Good, and so it should be until they upgrade
Look at even in the AFL, they're pretty they have a hard stance on it. Even Geelong, right? They got a pretty, I don't know what the capacity is, maybe like 30, 40,000 at GM HPA in Geelong. They still say, no, you got to go to the MCG.
But this is the thing that the AFL does well. And I was talking to my uncle he's a Melbourneite, he's a Storm fan and all that, but we were talking about suburban grounds. And like each team has their home suburban ground. You know, for example, the Western Bulldogs train out of Footscray, et cetera, et cetera. Collingwood have, have their own centre and field across the road from the MCG. But they all play out of the MCG. And the reason is, like, they get 60,000 to a Friday night game, Richmond versus Geelong.
Easily, yeah.
And they put it at the MCG. Like, that is because they do it well. And it probably comes back to this whole idea of sharing stadiums, but also, screw South Sydney, they didn't put in as much money as us. And nor would they because they're cheap tight asses. So I just think there's got to be a limit where it's not okay. Like during the regular season, it's probably okay if you're happy only getting 10,000 to a game, whatever. But once it gets to finals, man, you've got to let everyone have a chance to get tickets.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, mate, bit of a brawl kicked off on the hill. My mother texted me. She goes, "Was that you guys?" I said, "No, it wasn't." I didn't even see it play out. But
well, we saw the Roosters fan and then the Cronulla fan subsequently.
Yeah, in front of the Channel 9 tent.
Yeah, but then we saw them all walk off getting arrested because the cops obviously took them out one by one. Funnily enough, a couple of them have been charged with common assault.
Wow.
Thanks to a friend of mine who found that out and told me. I don't think I'm allowed to say his name, but yeah, common assault, which was fun.
I'll tell you what, I was pretty lucky. I didn't get assaulted, mate, because full time I had the Roosters jerseys on, and the lads, we went down to Northies, mate. It was pretty ballsy.
Mate, the only way you're ever safe at Northies is if you're Nico Hines, and that's because there's a special room where he goes in with somebody. And you can laugh all you want. It's true. I've watched it happen.
With Buzzy Buzz, mate?
Oh, mate, he's probably gone in there with Buzzy Buzz a few times. But I'll tell you what, he goes in there with some blonde-haired ones every now and then. So, yeah.
Mate, I'll tell you what. Mulatalo, mate, your best mate.
That trash-talking piece of shit,
He terrorised the Roosters,
No, he
didn't.
didn't. No, he didn't.
And he absolutely fed Marky Mark.
Nah.
He scored 2 tries.
Yeah, he done nothing for them, but okay.
Mate, and I'll tell you what. I've got something for you.
Oh, here we go.
I met up with Mulatalo at full time, all right? And I managed to get something for you, all right, my friend? This is for you, all right?
Yeah,
Mulatalo.
Yeah, fuck off.
You got to read it. You got to read it, mate.
Oh,
He signed it. I got up, showed it to the camera, put it to the camera, read it out to the fans. He signed it for you, Mulatalo, mate.
Dear Jordan, couldn't hear your voice on Saturday at Shark Park, big boy. Bullshit, because he copped a finger and he's looking directly at me. Cheers for the support, who's up, Cronulla, back to Bondi, F with one of Mulatalo.
And he signed it. Show him in, mate. Say cheese, get a photo with your favourite player, mate.
Fuck off.
All right. So, yeah, that's Mulatalo. Should we pay him some respect? Should we put him up here, mate?
No, fuck no.
All right,
he's a trash talking piece of shit.
We'll leave it there. But yeah, mate, that was from Buzzy Buzz for you, Jordy. But yeah, so I guess he got the last laugh. He does talk a little bit of trash, but he.
It's really funny because actually, you know what? I'm gonna have another shot here. I have a lot of respect for Craig Fitzgibbon for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But
Legend of a Rooster.
Yeah, but to turn around and say that Cronulla got, like, the refs were biased towards the Roosters in that game, I think that was horseshit. I actually thought it was probably the best ref game of the weekend, to be honest. Like, genuinely, I've gone back and watched it. I think it was the most fairest ref game of the entire round. So, Fitzy, I love you. You're a club legend, mate. But stop talking shit because you've been around Ronaldo a bit too long, I think.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll leave it at that. Till next year for the Chookies. And
last of my licks.
we'll talk about a ref now. A ref who
Who should get dropped?
I think he likes to see his head on TV. He likes to control the game a lot. And it's Ashley Klein. Broncos, 29. Canberra, 28 in the nation's capital. Mate, I was watching this with Luke.
It was intense.
Fuck, what a game. What a game. Like,
intense.
I thought, so what, Canberra were up 28-12, and I'm like, all right.
And then Reece Walsh came back on after he had some toilet water in the sin bin.
Well, let's start from the beginning. We'll start from the beginning, all right?
We're going back to that very first penalty?
Well, yeah, we'll start from the beginning, mate. Did the Viking clap. Beautiful day.
Had Josh Hodgson do it, you know, legend of that 2019 Raiders team that made a great run.
So, and I was saying to Luke, I'm like, all right, we got a game here. It was going 6-6, 12-all. I think half
18-12
at half time, I think.
Yeah.
And obviously Reece Walsh, he I think a bit of lip from Hudson Young, went with the head, and I thought, here we go. And I thought, it's a finals game. If it was another ref, I'm like, all right, warning. And I've heard the actual referee audio today.
So have I, yeah.
And he's like, send them off. They're going off for 10.
Yeah, he decided that they were both going for the bin before the bunker had even put in any input. What's your thoughts? Should they have both gone to the bin?
Oh.
Honestly, Presto, come on, tell us.
Nah.
You reckon just Walsh?
I reckon both give him a warning.
See, I disagree. I reckon Walsh should have been in the bin only.
Yeah.
Now, if
Broncos got the penalty as well.
And Broncos got the penalty, right? So, at the end of the day, right, if you're going to bin everyone for trash talking in an opponent, fucking Mulatalo is never playing ever again. He's going to be in the bin every 2 seconds.
What are you going to say to him, mate? What are you going to say to him?
Literally, he's never playing again.
What are you going to say to that smile, mate?
Reece Walsh,
Look at him.
Trash talks every week. Like, let's be legitimate. Like, he'll score a try and he'll stand over a player and say something. So you're going to put him in the bin every week for it?
Yeah.
What Hudson Young done wasn't wrong. He was getting under Reece Walsh's skin because he knew he needed to do that.
Called him a weak, got a dog.
We both know that's not what he actually called him, but good old Walsh, you're trying to get some views up on TikTok. But I think if you're going to bin people for that, you're not going to have any players left in the game because everyone trash talks. And Tarpany said it perfectly. He goes, well, he does it every time he scores a try, so...
He's like, it's rugby league, mate.
Yeah, good play, you get up in the player's skin. But Walsh has turned around and headbutted him, which then... And that, to me, straight away, that's a penalty to Canberra. Klein with this bullshit, you've taken it out of my hand. Hudson Young hasn't done anything wrong. He hasn't done anything physical. He's just given him a spray and gone to walk away, and Walsh has turned around and headbutted him. I agree with the fine for Walsh, only a fine, because and Canberra fans have short memories, because Morgan Smithies earlier this year straight up went bang into Polo's head from the Tigers. Like, I'm talking like he busted his own mouth open. He headbutted him that hard.
Angry little English boy.
Yeah, exactly. Those bloody Poms, man, that's what it is. But he only got a $1,500 fine as well. So Raiders fans have short memories there.
Yeah.
A fine for Walsh is fine. Hudson Young, man, shouldn't have been in the bin. And I think if Hudson Young doesn't go to the bin, it's a different game.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I guess, Klein put his fingerprints all over the game.
And also the penalty in the first set, I think it was on Starling for not playing the ball correctly.
Yeah, that was a play the ball, dude.
Mate, there was about 20 of those in the game he missed straight after it.
That's I'm thinking we can't be too pedantic here. Like, it's a finals game. And look, if both got sin-binned in the regular season, whatever, but I'm like, maybe a warning, maybe they'll do it again. But, hey, obviously Walsh, he walked off.
Yeah.
Middle finger in the sky, mate.
Middle finger and then gave the old cash sign.
That was,
It's an interesting combo.
It was good to see. And he probably went in the sheds, bit of toilet water, mate. A little quick one. And, fuck, he came out there and just terrorised them.
He was a one-man wrecking ball, wasn't he? I think that's a problem. Because they gave it to him when he got sin-binned, he went, nah, screw this, I'm coming back on, I'm making a difference. And to be fair, look, there's not many players in the game, unless you can think of someone, that would have had a 15-minute performance like that.
Cleary, grand final.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. There's not many, is there?
No,
There's two. Like, I love Teddy, but I don't ever see Teddy making that sort of impact by himself.
Yeah.
because Walsh has that explosive speed that he used well.
He picked his moments. He's picking his moments well for the Bronx. And now, look, they've landed a home prelim at Suncorp.
Mate, that place, that'll be 50,000 easy.
God. And they're probably going to verse Penrith.
Could you imagine if the Broncos knock Penrith out, though? That would be a lot of, like, just...
I think they're going to do it.
Well, I think it's just a lot of... what's the word? It'll be a lot of just clear heads for them to be like, after 23, we've ended the dynasty. Like, I actually think it'd be good for the Broncos to do that, if the Dogs don't do it this weekend.
Yeah. And, but Bronx came back, but, mate, Canberra fans celebrated twice. Ricky was up and about. They're doing the Viking clap. The first one, so...
This is actually the one I'm not angry about Ashley Klein getting involved in the game, to be honest.
At the back end?
On the 80th minute mark. How he sent it up to the bunker.
Yeah, that's right. Because he caught it, and then, obviously Walsh went for it, and you think, it's a bit soft, but it's consistent. He's hit the leg.
And this is what I hate. Everyone's going out there and going, oh, Walsh milked it. It doesn't matter if Walsh milked it. You made contact with the kicker's leg. The guy that makes contact isn't even the guy that charged it down. So I'm sorry, but you're a different player. You haven't charged down. You've missed the ball completely. You've then made contact with his legs. You can't go in from the side like that anymore. You just can't.
And then look, they got the penalty, and then I forgot the rules, but like straight in front, I thought you take it where you kick and not.
No, so it's supposed to be. My understanding was it's where it lands, but obviously because the ball got charged down, it didn't land. So I'm presuming. Yeah, I could be wrong, but
benefit of the doubt or something.
Yeah, but Klein was saying to, I think, Fogarty, who goes, "No, it's always here." But I mean, I guess maybe it's on the field goal that it goes to 10 in front, maybe, and not just like because normal kick would be where it lands.
And then anyway, they went to extra time, and we thought, well, how good's this bit of extra time first? See what can happen. And I thought Canberra had it again. And then poor Ricky's son, mate, Jed, just touched it for a knock on, and God, the heartbreak, the Canberrians.
But you know what? You know the one thing that was not fun to see, it was good to see. Ben Hunt kicking that field goal. That moment alone was probably a bit of redemption for 2015. So like
they don't want to get ahead of themselves, Bronx. That's not. They don't want to see that as a GF.
No. But redemption for that's probably one of the biggest errors that he's ever made. That kick alone could be one of the biggest kicks the club's ever had to get straight into a prelim.
Great, good call. And I think it was good to see. And how about that photo? That could go down in history. They're just staring. Walsh, he's already jumping up and down.
Just made it as well.
And 29 Broncos, 28 Canberra. So Canberra, they're going to have to go the long way. Penrith did in 21.
You reckon that's going to be our grand final, Broncos Raiders?
Sorry.
Would you be upset if that was our grand final? We had that rematch.
No. I'll be upset. I'll be very mentally ill if it's Penrith Storm grand final.
I wouldn't mind that as long as Storm win.
Yeah,
because I did back them at the beginning of the year to win the comp.
True.
So,
I think Broncos are going to be there. That game was huge for them. I think they're going to be there in grand final day.
I was going to say hurt, but it's actually a benefit. Obviously the Wires were a bit understrength. Penrith got over them eventually, pretty comfortable. The Dogs this week a bit hurt, bit understrength, could be an issue. But maybe the Broncos with a week off, Renault comes back in. Could be what the Broncos need to beat Penrith.
Yeah, they've got it there. Like Renault's hungry for another comp. Hunt wants to.
I think Hungary wants to win one. Renault's hungry to win one as well because of 21. So even him, like beating Penrith, after that miss, imagine he gets a sideline conversion to win it, like the exact same as the one he missed in the 21 grand final.
So something's brewing, but
that'd be good.
Yeah, maybe could be a Broncos. Maybe Broncos, Melbourne, Broncos.
It's Broncos or Penrith versus Melbourne Raiders or Cronulla. They're our options.
So who are you backing? Who do you want to see win the comp, mate?
Look, I still have Storm there because I just feel like they'll pull something.
Who do you want to win?
Who do I want to win? Raiders, I think. It's just the way they've played this year. They've had maybe like 4 bad games all year. And even then, if you look at those 4 bad games, it's probably only like 40 minutes of bad football.
True. So I've got the green on today, mate. I'm jumping on the green machine. I think love to see Ricky get one for him.
Yeah, I just think with, plus, when's the last time, take out the Clearys, but imagine we continue a dynasty of father-sons winning comps.
Yeah, no, that would be great.
And it's not Nathan and Ivan this time. Yes.
So NRLW, the last round.
Yes.
I thought there was 12 rounds, but that was the season done for the girls. And Chookies, another big win up at Gosford. 40, Sharks 10.
Costly, but very good.
You tune in, mate?
Oh, mate, of course I did. I had nothing better to do on Thursday night. No, it was a good game from the girls. They went pretty hard. Couple of injuries out of it. Fressard's done something to her ankle. I haven't seen the results of the scans yet. And Taryn Aiken's done for the year and possibly next year because it looks like an ACL. So, probably a good thing the Roosters have got the week off now coming first. But a couple of injury concerns coming out of there. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Oh, I said, mate. I told you Roosters are going to win the comp this year. So.
Yeah, hey, I'm with you. Roosters win the comp. I didn't say which comp, but they will win a comp.
Exactly, mate.
I might have to go grand final day just for the Roosters.
And it was good to see you Wayne up there up at Gosford. He doesn't stop that bloke, does he?
Mate, he loves it too much, and we love him because he's a bloody legend.
And Para at Combank, 46. They finished off the year well against Doggies 14.
Sadly, pushed them in a big win coming into Mad Monday for the Para girls.
And, mate, Broncos.
Too good.
50 to Cowboys 4. Probably a consolation try for them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they roll on. And I think rightfully so. Roosters and Broncos get that week off. And so, yeah, like we were saying before we started. So, the top 6 this year for the NRLW, for those who don't know. And
so top 2 get the week off and go through directly to the prelims. Basically like week 1 of the finals. And then the other 4 battle it out. So
fight it out, see.
Be a bit of entertainment. Knights, Titans, Sharks, and Cowboys.
Yeah. And Cowboys, they were coming off a bit of a flogging. So
it might be a tough one. I think they've actually got the Sharks. So might be an interesting one for them.
And Titans, mate, a bit of a golden. I don't know if it was golden point, but they won by a point.
It was golden point. It was golden point. So they
17-16 over Canberra
snuck in there, and to be honest, it pretty much locked up 5th spot for them. So it was a win they needed because they could have potentially popped out of the 6 with the Eagles hammering the Dogs. So lucky for them.
The Wires, mate. The poor Tigers. Not the best year. I think they only got 1 win. And
well, the men got rid of the wooden spoon. The women didn't have to.
Yeah, no, it's still at Concord, the spoons. You wonder if they frame them. They have down the aisles, you got 20, what do you got? 22, 3, 4.
Remember when the Broncos got the spoon and everyone was throwing it at Red Hill? You reckon they framed all of them?
Oh, God, no. But that's something that's passionate fans showing their angst.
Oh, yeah. I was hoping South would get the spoon so we could go film some content at Heffron Park. I was going to walk around with a wooden spoon and paint it red and green for them.
Yeah. But, yeah, they got pumped 44-6. And to finish off, the round 11 of NRLW, Knights 30, Dragons 22. And I'll say this, Luke, I was like, you know what? Respectfully, I'm like, I think Newcastle, they do massive crowds, I think they'll get a big crowd up there. And they have it on the telly, and it was you could hear the crickets, mate.
Yeah, I think this year everyone just knows it's Roosters Broncos, so they've kind of just.
I think they get good crowds when it's a double head up at Newey.
Yeah, a lot of people in Newcastle will come early or stay around, but mate, when you got a single game, it's pretty tough to draw a crowd for the NRLW, especially while that game's going on. You've got the Raiders Broncos playing down in Canberra, so you know which one's normally going to win.
The RMTV podcast is brought to you by The Legal Problem Solver. The team brings over 25 years of experience in wills, probate, estates, conveyancing, property and commercial law. Connect with The Legal Problem Solver on LinkedIn, Facebook and Instagram.
Dribble of the week, mate.
Time for the TikTok segment.
Yeah, so all right, we'll start with the bunker and a few forward passes that caught our eye this weekend that, you think the bunker's not going to rule on forward passes, but you think it's like, mate, it's going to cost teams a game.
Well, I mean, I'm going to use the Waz Pars game. that forward pass changed the momentum of the game fully. Like, that gets called. It's a 12-8 game. New Zealand get the ball. They maybe score. They maybe make it 12 all. They make it 14-12. I think this year's probably been one of the worst years, and I don't know if it's because the pace of the game is so quick that the refs can't keep up, the touchies can't keep up. But in my mind, and from talking to a few guys who I know who referee, at the end of the day, you're watching their hands, right? You're not watching the ball, you're watching the hands. So, yes, there are times where you throw the ball backwards or you throw it line and it will travel forwards because, physics. But I just think there's been too many occasions this year where the ball has blatantly been thrown forward and you see the hands go forward and they've let it go and the ref or the touchy is like perfectly in line with it. At what point is enough?
Well, I guess you're going to say Bunker should rule on forward passes?
I don't know.
Or you reckon it's just going to be very like, they don't want to be too anal about it. Like, nah, forward pass. And it's like, that's borderline.
Look, borderline ones, you're always they're going to happen, right? It's going to happen. It's like there's a lot of things that happen that, you look at it in the game and go, that doesn't look right.
It's just, it doesn't make sense to me. If the ball goes forward, it's a forward pass, just ruling it.
But that's the thing, right? So the rule is it's got to come out of the hands forward, right? So they've got to physically pass it forward. So that's why they get taught, look at the hands. So if you're looking at the hands and the hands go forward in front of their body, bang. If they're somehow keeping their body fully square and doing that, it's probably gone forward. There's got to be some form of turn to throw a ball backwards, right?
Yeah. I remember having a debate about this when... God, what year was it? Anyway, it was when Teddy won the series for New South Wales.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, it's forward. I'm like, well, no, he's passed it backwards.
Yeah, it's travelled forward.
Right?
Yeah, and that's a perfect example of balls will go forward. Like that 2019 pass it's the perfect example of it. But at the end of the day, there have been too many occasions, and I'll talk about Latrell round 5 against us. When he passed that, his whole body, right, if that's the line in front of him, his whole body was going that way. There was no physical way, without fully turning his body, he could have passed that back. To me, that's a blatantly obvious one. There's always going to be 50-50s that you're not going to get out of the game, and I'm not talking about them. It's the amount of blatantly stupid ones that have been missed this year that have led to a try or decided. So I don't know if bunker is the way we need to go. Can the bunker are the camera angles in a position where they can do that? And should it only be in try scoring situations that they look at it? But then you're going to get the play leading up to it, they intentionally took the tackle because they knew it was forward, so they're happy. I just think we need to do something in the game, whether it's a technology they're talking about or whatever it is. There needs to be something.
Yeah. Well, mate, hopefully they fix it up for season 2026 and we're not called the NFL. It stays the NRL bubbles.
Yeah, Reece Walsh has done enough Tom Brady impersonations.
Yeah. And Bronx, mate, Billy Walters came out today, ACL. Yeah. Reportedly, he's done it. So it's not a full tear.
Yeah, it's not a tear, thankfully.
He could be out. I mean, they've only got 2 games left in the Bronx.
I think they've pretty much said that's his season done, barring an absolute miracle where they've misdiagnosed him. But he didn't look hurt on the weekend, so that's why I was a bit surprised when it came out. I was like, what do you want about? And then I saw it all and I was like, okay. And
he's played well for them. He's just laying low, but he's getting his job done.
Since he's gone back to the 6, I reckon it's the best footy he's ever played. Maybe it's because his dad's not his coach anymore.
Maybe.
Maybe that's what's made him better. Dad's not the coach.
It could be. Mate, look at Saints. Look at Shane Flanagan and Kyle Flanagan. You think Lachlan Ilias has just got the Saints into, I'm pretty sure, New South Wales.
Yeah, no. So I reckon that was all a plan from Shane Flanagan, right? Knock Ilias down so that him and Glover can win New South Wales Cup. The Wars at one point had like 14 games they hadn't lost, and they were dominating. And they got knocked over by Saints in the the major semis. So maybe that was all a plan from Flanagan. He's like, look, first grade's got no shot at winning the cup. Let's let New South Wales Cup get the win, so we'll push Ilias back there, win New South Wales Cup. I reckon that was all Flanagan's master plan.
Yeah, it could have been, but
it's the only reasoning.
Maybe some father-son duos work, some don't. Maybe like most don't. Like obviously, you get Cleary, that one works well.
Stewart's working.
That's working. But it's probably your team. If your team's playing well, it's going to work.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot more to it than the father-dad, but Apparently, the rumours are Atkinson's going to be playing 7 next year and Flanagan's playing 6, so that'll be interesting.
And so Justin Holbrook, Roosters assistant coach, he could be going up the M1 to Newcastle, mate, to coach the Knights.
So, former Titans head coach came back to us last year, and I tell you what, as our attacking coach, we had the best attack in the comp last year, so bloody brilliant to have him back. Interestingly, looks like it's about to be announced. So we're filming this obviously on Monday night. Rumour is it's already been rubber stamped by the board. So expect an announcement in the next couple of days.
Yes.
So that raises the question of Holbrook's off to the Knights. 1, is he the right man? Can he do a job up there? 2, does he need to do a bit of a clean out up there as well?
Well, you hope if he gets the job at the Knights, he gets the keys and he can just do what he needs to do to get Knights back to where they are, because they've got one of the best fan bases in the comp, mate.
Well, Chris James has just been made the GM of football as well, so there's a good relationship there from Chris's time at the Roosters.
And Holbrook, Sandon Smith's going up there.
Yeah, Sando's up there.
Holbrook might take, who knows who's going to take with him. Probably not a few, but...
Do you reckon Justin Holbrook will use Sandon Smith as a halfback, not a hooker? Because there were rumours that when Adam O'Brien signed him, they wanted him as a hooker. You reckon Holbrook will change that idea?
The halves.
You know, have him at 7 and Dylan Brown at 6?
Yeah, that could be something.
It's just interesting thought that jumped into my head.
But yeah, can he... Like, he got Titans into a final.
Yeah.
He got them back on track, and then they flicked him for Desi, which I thought was a wrong call.
I agree.
No, I think like who else is out there? I think he's a decent pick.
Well, there was talks of Blake Green being the number 1 and being supported by like Ponga and all that, but the problem is
he's already at the club.
But Blake Green's their attacking coach. How shit's your attack been this year, bro? Like
it's been diabolical.
Does he deserve, if he can't get the attack right, does he deserve to have full reins over the entire club?
No, it'll be good to see what Nui can dish up next year. Obviously, Brownie's going up there from Para. Yeah, and. Yeah,
they'll get Fletcher Sharp, Ponga, Fletcher Hunt. There's some big decisions to make up there on what the best team on paper is.
And then Raiders, Don Ferner came in. Is he the CEO?
He's CEO of the Raiders.
And he was calling a bit of BS on. There was obviously reports today. Dave Rico reported this bit of abuse at Walsh around his daughter, but then. Ferner said pretty much, like, I didn't hear anything. I was near the tunnel.
Yeah, well, so it was when Walsh got Simbin and he was flipping the bird. Yeah. Apparently they were, saying the Broncos have come out because they've asked for an investigation.
Never could be, yes.
And Ferner's turned around and said, no, it's a load of shit, mate.
Bit of a PR beat up. I don't know. I think Walsh, his reaction didn't reflect if they were saying things about his daughter. He looked a bit...
he went the bird and the old cash. Like if that's what if they're saying something about his daughter and he's reacting like that, he might not care about his daughter that much.
Yeah, and the last point for the dribble of the week. So Sexton and Marnie. So Marnie didn't get to play down in Melbourne.
Very surprising.
Sexton played, scored a try, got a meat pie, and I just think, mate, he's looking good, mate. He should have played all year. Everyone was saying it. Hard done by or what?
Look, it's no secret that the Dogs have not played as well without Sexton and Marnie starting as they have with them. So, as far as I'm concerned, if I'm Serraldo, come at me all you want, Dogs fans, but Sexton 7, Galvin 6, Burton in the centres.
Yeah.
Because obviously no Crichton. And I am starting Reed Marnie.
Yeah, you got to.
Start him at 9, Haywood at 14.
And they might have a sniff. If I don't mind Birdo in the centres.
Put it this way.
Put them in the halves.
Birdo in the centres with Sexton and Galvin, and give Sexton the 7. Let him run the team. That is his job. Say you run the team. He's a better game manager than Galvin. Galvin, go back to your running game. You've got a big body now outside you in Burton. Go back to your running game. It's fine.
Feed short ball to Birdo.
Mate, short balls to Birdo and kick out from Galvin could be a good trust. And it'll give Galvin confidence.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, 100%. And
they need Marnie's mongrel.
They got to put him out there. This is a do or die for the Dogs now. They've had you're looking at the first half of the year and you're like, Doggies could win the comp, maybe. and then Galvin came. Look, the odds we're about to dive into it, but the Doggies need a huge upset.
Yeah,
like they beat Penrith second last round of the year. But
Penrith New South Wales Cup team.
Exactly. Though. So it's going to be a big crowd there. Sunday Arvo at a core.
Yeah. Look, I'll say this, controversial opinion or not. If Marnie started at 9 and Sexton started at 7, the Dogs would have beat Melbourne.
I agree. I agree.
The Dogs would have beat Melbourne. Get those two back in there. Don't put Marnie at 17. Put him at 9. Put Hayward as 14. Then Mann, Salmon, and one of your big boys on the bench. Because at the end of the day,
and a few
Hayward's going to get smashed by Leota. I can guarantee it.
Yeah. Thinking back on it now, Dogs had a few costly errors, a few drop balls here and then.
A few bad services from dummy half. Look, all respect to Hayward, he's learning the position. He's a half. But give him the off-season to learn or give him small times in games to learn. Marnie is a season 9 who is still, no matter what you say, still one of the best 9s in the game with his mental makeup. The errors that he done last season in 24 that cost them the game at Manly, he hasn't been doing them this year. He's actually smartened up.
Yeah.
So you need to just give him a shot because I think he's going to be the key. You want to beat Penrith? You need Marnie. He's blueprinted it because he's done it that many times when he's at Para. The man can beat Penrith. Get him out there.
The RMTV podcast is brought to you by FDS Eyewear. FDS Eyewear is your one-stop shop for quality, affordable eyewear. With the latest lens technology and weekly eye testing services, FDS Eyewear provides competitive rates over the larger optical retailers. Visit their store at Wentworthville Plaza, just a short drive from Parramatta.
All right, well, let's dive into it, mate. Semi-final time. The first game, so no Friday night game. It's going to be a
Saturday-Sunday split.
Saturday-Sunday. Raiders, $1.56. Sharks, $2.44. In Canberra. Ooh, mate. Sharks are going to be riding on a lot of confidence here.
Raiders are going to be tired as well.
They've just pipped the Chooks. Raiders played 95 minutes. Rugby league. They're going to be tired.
Does it surprise you, though, that the Raiders-Sharks game's on Saturday, not Sunday? Because it surprises me. The Sharks played Saturday, so they get a full week.
I don't get it.
Raiders played Sunday. Bulldogs played Friday. Penrith played Saturday afternoon. Penrith were back in Australia on Friday on Saturday night. They didn't stay in New Zealand for the night. They flew back.
Yeah, I don't understand that decision. Maybe I heard it's got something to do with the AFL Grand Final the next Saturday. But then again, there's reports now that
the Storm game's going to be on Friday. So look, maybe that's why, and they're trying to give them an extra day's rest before that. But it just
is this the NRL helping Penrith once again?
I don't like it. I just think genuinely you could have made the Broncos game a Friday night or a Saturday in Brisbane for either the Bulldogs or Penrith and played them on the Saturday. They go Saturday, and then make the Storm game a Sunday arvo.
Yeah.
And you have Storm versus Raiders or Sharks on Sunday arvo. Saturday's the AFL Grand Final. Still got a lot of people in town. Sunday you play the game. Done. You avoid the crossover.
Mate,
maybe the Raiders are getting shafted here.
Mate, you might need to run the NRL. Mate, I've read comments today and stuff, and it's like, they want Penrith there, they want Brisbane there,
They
want Melbourne there. Well, let's get into our prediction.
Yeah, sorry, yes. Take our tinfoil hats off.
Yeah, I can see the belief in the Sharkies. I think Ricky's going to put a few fireworks up him, and I think they're going to win. I'm going to go Raiders 13+.
I'm going Raiders 1-12 because I think the Raiders will be tired after last week's game.
Yeah, true.
Benefit is they get to stay at home this week, so that'll help them.
I think they'll rest up.
The Sharks will put a lot of pressure on them.
Yeah, I think they can do what they did against Brisbane by just hold on this time and just win like your 30-12. Well,
I don't think the Sharks have a Reece Walsh that's going to do that 15 minutes worth of damage either.
No. Well, I mean, your mate here, mate, like this guy, Ronaldo Mulatali, he might headbutt someone. He might be the man who goes in the bin for 10.
Hopefully he headbutts someone and loses a few teeth.
Yeah, I mean, You might need some veneers soon, just having a look at them there. But, yeah. All right, well, that's that one. So, yeah, Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders. I think the Raiders deserve it.
Yeah,
but
I think
the Sharks will give them a run.
Yeah. All right, well, and then Doggies. Doggies, Penrith, Sunday Arvo at a core. Two Sydney teams, two big Sydney teams. You think this is going to huge crowd?
You'd like to think you're going to get 60,000 there, to be honest. I'd be upset if they get anything less than 40 is a disappointment.
Oh, they get more than 40.
No, but I'm saying like anything less than 40, like shoot yourselves, that's a disappointment. 50, solid. 60, well done.
Yeah, I think it'll be 50K plus. I think Bulldogs $3.37, Penrith $1.33. Very short price. The punters, they're back in the riff.
Well, I mean, look at the injuries. Crichton's out.
Yeah.
Kickout, they say he's cleared, but will he play?
I think he'll play.
Sexton had a sternum injury. Like
they threw a lot at their Melbourne.
They've come out of the worst. Jethro's out. Is it Jethro? Yeah.
Look, mate, I don't like either team, but I'm just backing the Dogs. Someone's got to add Penrith once and for all. But Penrith 1-12 for me.
Yeah. No, look, I'd love to see the Dogs win, but I just think that Penrith have enough to do it.
Yeah, and they got the win nicely in New Zealand. And then, like you said, they got a good rest. They got an extra day as well.
Well, I mean, the Dogs get an extra day over Penrith as well. So, like, both teams will be well rested and ready to go.
So, Penrith for you, mate?
Yeah, I'm going Penrith 1-12.
Yeah, it's Leota. He's in for a big one as well.
Leota's going to do some damage.
Mate, how about him and Fisher Harris like getting into each other?
I loved it.
It was good.
And you know what? They would have messaged each other afterwards, being like, "Love you, bro," or something like that. It would have happened.
Clearly, there weren't enough Wars fans disrupting Penrith's sleep. Clearly, didn't work. Did it?
They probably got a police escort or some bullcrap because Cleary had a whinge. Man, we can't sleep.
And then, all right, so there's a few qualifying finals for the NRLW.
For the prelims?
Knights, $1.37. Titans, $3.10, mate. So third versus sixth.
Yeah, Titans just scraped in, so I'm going to go the Knights to win 13 plus.
Yeah, I'll go Knights 1-12, mate. And Cowboys, fourth versus fifth in the Sharkies. Cowgirls. $1.77. Sharks, $2.05. I'm going to go the Sharks upset.
I don't actually know about this. Hey, I'm very much in two minds. Both teams got flogged last week. I think the Sharks will do it, but it's up at North Queensland, so maybe that home ground will push the Cowboys over. But I think the Sharks might just scrape in there.
Yeah. I'm gonna 1-12.
1-12, yeah, very close.
We'll agree on that one. Nice. And mate, before we wrap up, did you watch Suaalii for the Wallabies on Saturday?
Okay. Can we talk about one of my pet hates about the Union?
I think I know what you're going to say.
I think you do. One team scores 4 tries, one team scores 1 try, and you still bloody lose. But it's good to see Sue killing it for the Wallabies, man. I mean,
that's probably a reason
crazy.
why Rugby Union signed it, because you're getting leagueies watching it now.
Yeah.
I was down at Northies, mate, watching it with the lads, and I did enjoy it. And obviously Wallabies made the comeback, lost 28-26. But you just think, that's why rugby league's a better game. It's like they've just scored more tries.
Yeah.
And Argentina, penalty goal.
I will give one credit, and I'll give a bit of respect to the Union. They've set the all-time Allianz crowd record for the new stadium. 41,912, so respect to them for that. Took an international game. They beat the Roosters Rabbits opening game of Allianz by 6 people.
By 6 people.
So 7 more people bloody came to that opening game. NRL would still have the record.
Yeah, 6 bloody Argentinians. That's what it
or 6 bloody Eastern Suburbs chicks that wanted to pick up a Union player.
Yeah. They probably weren't watching the game. They were probably sipping on the rosé.
Yeah, sipping on the rosé, perving on Sue.
Yeah.
And the selfies, yeah.
It was good day. It was good to see the green and gold just through Allianz. Beautiful day there.
Yeah. It was a cracker, wasn't it, on Saturday? It was beautiful.
All right, mate. Well, until next week, we'll come back and...
Actually, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
It's been in my mind this weekend now. Manly's out of the comp.
Yeah.
Roosters are out of the comp. When do you reckon we find out about DCE? I want a day from you. Like, you could say it'll be November. You could say it'll be December. I don't care. When do you reckon we find out about DCE?
DCE, the guy that DCE is, this motherfucker is gonna announce it either on grand final eve or on grand final day. I'm telling you.
Oh,
He'll do something
I
like
didn't
that.
think about that. I actually like that idea.
Yeah, I reckon.
Well, we've got our end of year awards tomorrow, Tuesday night. So the Gibbies are on Tuesday night. So I was thinking Wednesday, but now that you've said that, like, ooh.
Yeah, it's something he would do.
Yeah, just get the attention on him.
Yeah.
Who does he leak it to first? That's the question.
Oh, maybe Buzzy Buzz.
Does Buzz deserve it?
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, guys, for tuning in to the RMTV podcast. We'll be back next week. A few more apps under our belt, mate.
Two more for the year.
Yeah. And all right, guys, like, comment, and subscribe from Jody and I. It's good night.
Have a great night, guys.